Hello, everyone. In an increasingly digital world, one question becomes more urgent than ever. Who controls the truth? Today, we're going to show you how we're taking that answer from the hands of the few and giving it back to the community. We present TaaS with a new face and a new vision, a decentralized platform built for the voices the world desperately tries to silence. Truth has a price, and for many, that price is their own life. The numbers are frightening and real. Last year, 94 journalists were murdered for doing their job. Nearly 400 were imprisoned, and countless others live under the shadow of censorship and threats. Freedom of expression, which many of us take for granted, is not a right, it's a daily battle. In Brazil, we see the judiciary ordering the blocking of social media accounts, silencing dissenting voices. In Saudi Arabia, we saw what happened to Jamal Khashoggi, brutally silenced. In Equatorial Guinea, governments simply shut down the internet to hide their atrocities. In all these cases, there is a weak link, a single point of failure: centralized platforms. They can be pressured, controlled, and ultimately censored. So, we asked ourselves, what if truth had a sanctuary? A place that couldn't be controlled? That's why we rebuilt TaaS. And I want to be clear, this is not a social network. It's a platform for on-chain freedom of expression, an ecosystem where journalists can publish without fear and anyone can read the truth without filters, a platform that is unstoppable and uncensorable. And how does this work in practice? We've created a virtuous cycle entirely driven by the community. Journalists, who can remain anonymous for their own safety, publish their stories directly on the blockchain. Once there, no one can delete them. Readers from all over the world discover these reports and can support journalists directly with transfers in ICP. And most importantly, monetization is direct. This creates a sustainable model that frees journalism from the pressure of advertisers and governments. But freedom without responsibility can lead to chaos. That's why we took our original TaaS technology and gave it a greater purpose. Every news story published is instantly run through our on-chain authenticity verifier. The network itself votes on and defines trusted sources. Our AI then cross-references the data and classifies the information transparently for everyone. We ensure freedom while actively fighting misinformation. And who defines the truth? We don't. The community does. Through our roundtable governance, anyone can propose a new source of information. The network votes, and TaaS executes the result. It's transparent, tamper-proof, and resistant to any kind of bias. For the builders of the new web, this means launching applications faster, without needing to build checking systems from scratch. It means gaining more user trust with verifiable on-chain verdicts. It's a scalable and open truth layer, governed by the network, not by a company. Behind the scenes, our architecture is robust and decentralized, running on 4 main canisters. Search News and Roundtable form our verification core. The user canister manages identities and profiles. The Posts canister ensures content is published and stored immutably. And the Bot plan handles our sustainable monetization model, all modular and scalable. But at the end of the day, what really matters is the human impact. For journalists, this means total freedom, security, and the dignity of being paid for their work, not their obedience. For readers, it means unrestricted access to information, the chance to directly support the journalism that matters, and the confidence to navigate an environment that values truth. And for society, we are creating a permanent record of history, a weapon against tyranny, and fundamentally, strengthening democracy itself. Our business model is a sustainable freemium. We offer a truth as a service where a robust free plan is fully subsidized by our pro and premium subscribers. Our costs are low, tied directly to on-chain operations, setting us up for scalable growth, and the numbers prove this model is viable. With a negligible cost per verification, each pro user generates over $19 in monthly gross profit, while a premium user generates over $91. This demonstrates the high profitability of our paid plans. This profitability fuels our ecosystem. The revenue from a single premium user, for instance, covers the costs for over 1,000 free users. With low infrastructure costs, we reach our break-even point very quickly. Our focus is clear: convert users and attract enterprise clients, ensuring exponential and sustainable growth. TaaS was born from our reality here in Brazil, from our daily fight for freedom. But we know this is not our fight alone. What we are building here is the infrastructure for the next era of journalism: global, resilient, and above all, free. We are here to break the chains. We will now demonstrate the TaaS platform, where truth and trust go hand in hand in a decentralized way. Our journey begins on the landing page, designed to engage the user and highlight our application's transformative potential. To start, let's log in. The process for both registration and login uses ICP's authentication to ensure user anonymity from the very first moment, whether they are a journalist or a reader. Once authenticated, we are directed to the main page, the newsfeed. On the sidebar, you can see our canisters deployed on-chain. A single click takes the user directly to the ICP interface for a detailed technical analysis. Now, let's go to the profile page. Here, we have a clear dashboard with the balance of funds in ICP and CKBTC. It is also in this section that a user can become a journalist, enabling the ability to publish their own content and join our mission for a more free and informed world. At the bottom of the page, the user can check their account status, including the number of available requests to use our AI tool and their principal ID, which guarantees their anonymity on the network. Moving on to the finance page, the user has complete control over their funds. The overview shows the balance in ICP and CKBTC. The deposit section is simple and direct. Just scan a QR code to add funds to your wallet. Additionally, it's possible to convert balances between CKBTC and ICP, ensuring total financial freedom. The core tool, AI Fact Checker. Now, let's explore the heart of TaaS, the AI Fact Checker. Here, the user can verify the truthfulness of any fact or news story. We'll run a quick test to demonstrate its effectiveness and simplicity. On this same page, the user can also check their plan details and the number of remaining requests. Governance. The round table. On the round table page, the community takes control. Here, you can browse trusted news sources already approved by the community on the whitelist, analyze pending proposals, and even suggest new sources for a global vote. It's democracy in action, collectively defining who we trust. Let's go to the newsfeed where everything happens. The user can filter content by tags of interest to see the most relevant and popular news of the moment. When opening a story, they have access to the title, the author's ID, the content, and the veracity seal. By clicking on the seal, you can see all the details of the verification performed by TaaS, including the source and the transaction hash. The reader can also save the article, like it to increase its reach, or most importantly, support the journalist with a direct donation, encouraging the production of quality content. And how do you publish a story? After becoming a journalist in the profile section, the user gains access to the publishing tab. The interface is clean, with fields for a title, subtitle, and content. It's also possible to view the history of published articles and their impact. To demonstrate, we will publish a story now. Notice that upon publication, it is immediately verified by TaaS and already appears in the feed with its veracity seal. To finish, let's demonstrate one of the platform's most powerful features, direct support. With just one click, we can send an ICP contribution directly to the journalist's wallet. Notice the fluidity of the interaction. This simple act is a lifeline. For a journalist living under an oppressive regime, this decentralized and anonymous donation isn't just a payment. It's the assurance that they can continue their work safely without relying on sources that could be controlled or censored. It's the funding of truth straight from the community to the one who reports it. This has been the tour of the new TaaS, a DApp that guarantees democracy, freedom of expression, and access to information. We are breaking the chains and marking the beginning of a new era.